So my quad went down in a swamp. I looked for it until the sun went down and it got dark, and it's in a really sketchy swamp. It's all water and trees and branches, and I actually saw a gator in there last night. So I called it a night, and I went back today to take a look to see if I could find it. I loaded everything up, 2 cars full of gear, and went back to look again today. It's just really inaccessible in this spot. It's all water, and it goes from 2-3 feet deep, 1 foot deep. Some places it's ankle deep, some places it's waist deep, and there's a lot of snakes and frogs and whatever in there. So it's really sketchy. But I went back today determined to find it. So I've been watching the DVR a million times. I went out to try and look for the spots that I could see in the DVR. I couldn't tell if it was in the water, but it looked like it went all the way down to the ground. It wasn't stuck in a tree, and definitely lost power, so it meant that it landed in water. I was really unhappy about that. I was determined to find it today. Got up nice and early, packed everything up that I needed for the whole day, went out there, and here's what happened. So this is where my quad went down. Came back with a caravan today, completely loaded up. It went down somewhere in here. Been trying to pinpoint it with the DVR, and it's totally inaccessible. So I brought a bunch of stuff. You can see that it's about 2-3 feet of water. It's definitely in the water. You can see by the DVR footage, but you can't walk in here. It's like 3 feet, and I still don't know where it went down. This sort of looks like the spot, but not quite. You can see the water is just pretty much everywhere, and it's really thick in here. It's hard to walk. It's hard to walk through. So I came back prepared today, so I'm gonna start looking. Drone rescue, car number 1, ladder, machete, cutters, milk crates, rope, some bridges, under the bridges, rakes, pitchforks, shovels. I've got binoculars, computer. I have the DVR footage to pinpoint where it went down. I'm going to watch the video on the computer. Extra shorts, extra batteries, scout drone. I've got rubber boots. And that's just car number 1. Now come to car number 2. Car number 2. Buckets, more milk crates, lunch, professional metal detector, boots, nets, tennis racket, pinchers, grabbers, everything ready to go rescue the drone. And drink. Let's go. This is just one spot where I think it might be. It could be down in here. I mean, it's all water, it's all swamp. Anything back here, and it's just like, it's like a 5-foot, 6-foot drop straight down to the water. So you go down and you step into 2-3 feet of water, and all this looks like the most promising spot. This is an easy spot to access today with the rubber boots. Should be able to get in there, and according to the DVR, this looks a lot like the spot where it went down. I'm pretty darn sure it's in the water somewhere right here. So probably going to start with the metal detector after I look around for a quick second. So all right, here we go. So I'm in the swamp looking for my quad. I am standing in like 2 feet of water. The metal detector just went off right here in the water, and I just pulled it out. I unhooked the battery, pulled it out. It's probably dead. There's all kinds of like junk and buildup all over all of the solder joints. There's all kinds of muck on it. So I'm hoping I can at least salvage something. I'm going to check out the motors to see if they're still any good, but flight controller ESCs probably all burnt up. So because the battery was connected when I crashed. So found it here in the swamp. Screw you, swamp. So Operation Drone Rescue was a success. Had to go in with milk crates, stand on milk crates one by one, switch them in front of me, and I went with the metal detector. I heard a beep on the metal detector, kind of reached my hand down, something flipped over, I saw colors and I grabbed it, and this is it. There's all kinds of corrosion and stuff on every single piece of metal on here. It's either muck or corrosion or something. The neighbors are freaking out right now. They always do that. Let's hear them yelling. This is every day. Everyone can hear you. I know that. Don't call people a bitch.
Leave her alone. Go in the house.
We can hear you in the house. Turn the volume down. Shut up. Fucking asshole. That was cool. So again, Operation Drone Rescue went well. I was using the metal detector. I was climbing on milk crates, putting one in front of the other, and I got out to the spot where I thought it might be. Went around with the metal detector, heard a beep. I reached my hand down, something flipped over. I saw some colors, so I grabbed it real quick and I pulled it out. That was it. So I've got it back. There is some corrosion on every single connection on here. It looks like it's brownish, light brown and green, so maybe it's just muck or maybe something happened because the battery was still hooked up, but I'm going to see what I can salvage from this thing. But I'm glad that I got it back. So awesome day. Only took me about 7 hours of standing in the swamp with alligators and frogs and everything. So got her back, kind of happy, a little sad that it's messed up, but I'm going to see what I can salvage from it. So that's it. Operation Drone Rescue, success. Sort of.